All right, we have breaking news coming in at the top of the bulletin. At least 12 people have been injured in, owing to turbulence on the Doha-Dublin flight. And this comes just days after that horrific Singapore Airlines incident where one person was killed and dozens were injured owing to flight turbulence. Our senior colleague Vishnu Shom is now joining us. Vishnu, what is the latest?
Well, it is just 5 days after that horrific incident when one person was killed and dozens injured on a flight between London and Singapore that we can now bring you news of a Qatar Airways flight from Doha to Dublin having encountered serious turbulence in which 12 people have been injured. Upon landing, ambulances have been called in. 6 of the people are passengers, 6 of the others are crew members. So ambulance services have been reported. The condition of those injured we are unclear of at this stage, but it's the second very serious incident of turbulence which has taken place on a long-haul flight on 2 of the world's leading carriers in less than a week. And the entire issue of turbulence is something which obviously would need to be looked at. But at this stage, the primary concern is the condition of those who have had injuries. The fact that the aircraft didn't make a diversionary landing anywhere, it was over Turkey when the incident took place, perhaps seems to indicate that the pilots felt that it was okay for the flight to proceed for the next 3 odd hours before getting medical attention. But certainly questions will be asked, because if ambulances are being called into Dublin Airport, and they have been called into Dublin Airport to deal with these injuries, then questions would need to be answered on why the pilots at that stage chose not to land in Turkey or elsewhere prior to the plane landing at its scheduled destination.
Absolutely, Vishnu. And as you said, the entire issue of turbulence needs to be looked at as well, because there was a recent report actually that said that climate change is perhaps making air turbulence worse.
Yes, I've read that report, but again, we don't know whether there was an impact on climate change right now, or whether this is related to that particular incident, particular crisis as far as climate change or larger global factors is concerned. But as I understand it, it is a serious issue. Emergency crews have rushed to Dublin Airport. 12 people are injured. This is just less than a week after the incident which I described. So I think, it's a bit premature for us to sort of speculate on what might have been the cause. We don't really know. But I do believe that questions will need to be answered by Qatar Airways on if there were 12 injuries on board, why didn't they divert and land there and then?